We didn't even start the damn Flint trip yet.
Getting ready to head out here. Napping stuff, adventure bag, fishing poles, and a bunch of stuff in the back. Just gotta load up the clothes, the camping stuff, the tent, and then we'll probably get to our campsite at like 9 tonight. It took all day to get ready. So this trip here right now is kind of like a prelude to the Flint trip. The Flint trip itself is going to be in Vermont. What I'm doing right now is I'm just taking a few days to take it easy, relax after the whole lockdown thing. I'm going back to the spot where I left off in the last videos at my favorite campgrounds, that really beautiful lake. Saw this and I pulled off. This water is like, wow. I just wanted to show you guys how beautiful this lake is. It's unbelievable to me. I love this lake. I'm just gonna hang out there for 3 nights and then make my way up to Vermont. I needed some time to camp and just relax and wind down. Alright guys, I just got to the camp here. I'm really tired. I'm exhausted. I had a long drive. So I'll see you guys in the morning. I'm gonna go to sleep. Have a good one. So, we left last night at 7 p.m. and I wasn't going to start the Flint trip yet. I was going to go camping for a few days just to relax. We got to the first campsite and it was full, so we tried to sleep in the car and I was just really uncomfortable and really ramped up, I think because I had some of her super coffee. But I couldn't sleep, so she was just about asleep, just falling asleep. I was like, come on, let's go. I'm looking for rocks. So I stopped at this creek here. We drove over that bridge. Saw our way down here, and I figured I would stop because I thought there might be something in here. I'm looking along and I see a lot of the sandstone stuff. This. Looks like it'll flake. Give it a try. Look at that. Some kind of black flint. I'm not sure what that is. Keep that though. 1 for the effort at least. Interesting black flint. I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna have to look into this area and see if I could get a name. This is like a wide, shallow creek and there's a bunch of crows out there. It's a really pretty spot. You fishing there?
So this here is called lady's thumb, this plant here, and it's related to a plant, it's called smartweed, and Paleo-Indians 12,000 years ago used it as a spice in their food, peppery. So I have not found smartweed anywhere yet. This is still lady's thumb. But when I find some smartweed, I'm gonna try it and taste it. Limestone. This is a good sign. There's stuff around. This is a piece of limestone. And usually when you find limestone chunks like that, there is flint nearby. So, somewhere around here. Maybe up there. Washing down. Here's a piece. Thin piece. So, limestone, flint, chert. Show you on the edge here. See how shiny that is there? This would be good for like a flint and steel. If you have the steel, you could hit this against it, it'll create a spark.
So this is kind of fun. This plant is actually called knapweed, and one of its medicinal uses is to stop bleeding. It's got these very distinctive little flower heads.
I'm tired. I didn't sleep yet. It's like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. Don't really know where I am. Pretty mountains, and I don't know.
Good morning, sunshine.
I'm not lost. Nope. Which was the way back? Oh. So this is literally the only piece on this whole stretch. I walked all the way down to that bridge and the old hotel there. That's haunted, by the way. There's people watching me from the top window. It's empty. Not really empty, but it's empty. Spooky. This stuff here is very similar to this, if you look at it. See how the outside's very similar? But then this up here is called, I don't know how to pronounce it, chalcedony. And that I've not found around here anywhere. So that's a first.
Cool.
It's white.
Yeah, it's pretty. That's usually kind of translucent, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, let me, here's another piece right here. This is the, that stuff, though. Let's just check this. Not Onondaga. Okay. I'm gonna take a little piece off. Yeah, that's chalcedony. This is almost like a, I would call it like a Flint Ridge type material, this white stuff. I had a big blade of the white chalcedony from Flint Ridge, from Nether's farm. And I made a blade for the wood beardsman and gave it away as a gift on his channel.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the only piece I ever got of that.
It was that giveaway contest.
Yeah.
Where you had Easter eggs hidden.
Yep. So this is the same kind of stuff from that knife. One's in Ohio, one's here. Oh, man. I need to sleep at some point. I was just testing this piece because I saw this little tiny shiny.
Whoa, hello.
Look at this. It's got limestone in it, but it's a lot of flint. And it's white on the outside. What the hell is this? Okay. Looks similar to this. This is more crystally. This is fine grained. So there's like a bunch of different stuff here apparently. Cool. So I lied about this being the only piece here. There's actually a bunch. I just wasn't looking at it because it's white. I was looking for this, not that. We didn't even start the damn Flint trip yet. How does this happen? So, anyway, I'm going to go relax. I need to sleep. And we still got a lot to do. This isn't even the Flint trip yet. So, I gotta sleep. I gotta sleep.
Kind of a bridge to nowhere.
Just stopped at a little roadside stop here along the way, and this is a tree fossil. It's 380 million years old. It is the oldest tree fossil found in the world. They have an artist's drawing here of what it would have looked like. You can see this thick base going up to a trunk. You can see right here. Here's the thick base going up to what would have been the trunk. Crazy. Look at all these critters here. Bears. Porcupine, fish cat. That's all on the trail cam here. Here's this cat. People probably want to see the bobcat the most. Flint. 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 Used as gravel. Damn. Let's just call the gravel company and see where they're blasting.
Yeah, right? It is everywhere, look. There's a piece. There's a piece. There's a piece.
This is that stuff that I just found.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hear the waterfall. Getting close.
So, like, once you get an idea of where Flint is, it's not too hard to find it. I mean, it's everywhere around here, apparently.
The more time you spend doing this, you get an eye for it too. Danger.
There's a nice waterfall view. Smell that? What is that?
It smells good, whatever it is.
I've never smelled that before.
It
What
smells
is that?
like... It's almost like cucumber.
Yeah, like a citrus cucumber or something.
Yeah, what is that? Did you get vertigo?
I wasn't expecting that.
Wow.
I saw
Yeah,
the
that's
water there and it goes down.
That's a drop. Holy shit.
We gotta bleep that.
Bleep. Wow, you can't tell how steep it is.
Blood rock. You see how that limestone is pouring out from the wall right there? That pile? Now the next big flood that comes through is going to wash that downstream. And if there's flint in the limestone, it'll wash out like that, and that's how you find the cobbles and bricks of it, way downstream.
Oh, wow. That is a straight drop. It looks like a little puddle, but that's... I don't know how to show you how steep this is.
Just another pit stop, random stop, and just wanted to show you what vertigo looks like.
Vertigo, a feeling of dizziness, a swimming in the head. Figuratively, a state in which all things seem to be engulfed in a whirlpool of terror.
I look up, I look down, I look up, I look...
I don't think that'll come out on camera how high up we are. Is this shaking? Stop. I'm out. I'm done. Potatoes.
Bye, waterfall.
So I napped this from some of that rock. Gnarly looking stuff. In the wall. Huge chunks.
Is there?
Yeah.
That means it's probably in the creek.
Big fish just jumped. I don't know if you got that on camera or not. We're still heading to the campground, but I decided to stop here. And I found what looks to be a giant piece of flint here. I'll give it a test and see how it looks. Let's try this edge. It's not high quality, but it'll nap. I'm gonna bring it with me to experiment with. Looks more limestone than chert to me. Okay. This ESO pus in here. Little bits of it. Little tiny. I'm gonna try cracking it open. Usually if it's high quality stuff, it rings like a bell. Let's see. It smells like sparks.
I smelled that too.
Nah, I'm not going to be able to get into this piece too easily. But there's a little bit right there.
Just found some fossils. Is a seashell?
So we're at the
campground finally. And Leah fell asleep. We're waiting to check in. And can't check in until 2, so I'm gonna go down to the water. Yep, I'm gonna do that right now. So I took a hike and found this. Look at that. So I'm up on a big hill here. And I still can't capture how awesome this water is. You can see the rocks under it, clearly. You can't get the color. It's like neon green, blue, clear. Crazy. That's my lake. Here, I'm gonna just try to fish for a little bit and take it easy. See if I catch any. All of a sudden you're like, it's in the wall! And you're up on the wall like a monkey, kicking the thing and digging it with a stick. And then you throw this giant chunk of pure black chert flint at me. And I'm like, what? We're on a camping trip and hope to do some fishing today. But right now I'm checking out a location that might have chert and flint that I could use to make some stone tools. So I just came on this trail here, past these really huge cliffs. And there is some chert up here. Small pieces. That piece isn't so good. Looks like there's just a little bit right in this area. Little tiny things. Gray. Cool. Check this out. See little shells?
I'm just gonna push this a little bit further and let's see what's down here before we head out. Tiny bits of chert in the gravel, and this is a crazy gorge. That is awesome. Not really seeing too much chert at all. Just some mixed in with the gravel and out of reach. Thanks.
So I was looking at the stuff that was right here.
Yep.
And somebody's recently been hitting on this. There's copper mark right there. I don't know if you can see it. Somebody's been hitting this with a copper rod. There's a few pieces, but I don't really see where it's coming from. Might be under all this stuff.
I'm gonna see if I can get out there and show you the waterfall. scan the other side for chert. Possibly there. What do you guys think? Should we rappel down from there to go see?
Somebody told me there's an outcrop of flint up here, and it should look like something like that little hill with the rock coming out, but that's really covered over there. Hard to see in there, and I don't really want to crawl through there right now. But there is flint here. I mean, somebody was whacking it recently. But it should look like that. It's probably over there somewhere. But there's crazy cliffs right here.
Oh my god, the chipmunk.
Chipmunk almost fell.
Oh my god, the chipmunk.
Chipmunk almost fell.
Whoa, dude, be careful.
He's hyperventilating. You
I
see him?
bet he is. You're okay, dude.
Go on.
Here, let me get out of your way. No,
No,
don't
no,
go.
no,
Don't go that way. Oh my god, he jumped again.
Where is he? Is he
Don't know.
okay? Get on the freaking ground, dude. So that cliff is like straight down for hundreds of feet. Where that chipmunk almost fell. Maybe you could see right here. There's rock face going straight down. Here's more. This is just laying in the trail here. So I need to correct something. Usually I say chert because that's the correct term for this stuff. But for the video, I'm gonna say flint so that the algorithm picks up that looking for flint. But it's chert.
But it's flint. But it's
flint.
chert. But it's flint. But it's chert.
Just because I get so many comments saying it's not flint, it's chert. It's like, I know. So right here there's a dip in the ground, and there is a line of chert outcrops this way, so this might be an old quarry pit. It looks very similar to the ones at Flint Ridge State Park, where they're dipped in the ground like that, where they were trying to pull out the flint. I don't know though. I don't see any leftover rock, but that's really interesting to me. Alright, so didn't find too much down here. Not really seeing an outcrop or anything. I walked down that way some, and it's just shale limestone. That way is a dead end, and I'm not seeing it. So I think I'm just gonna head back to where I was camping. Still just relaxing. I haven't started the Flint trip yet. But yeah, if somebody's watching and they nap this stuff in here, let me know where it is exactly. It's probably in that brush. But yeah, let me know. I found one more piece of flint in that thing. Alright, so we saw crazy gorge back that way, right there, and some huge cliffs. Saw a chipmunk almost fall, and I guess that's it for here. Nope. So it's a year later, and that anarchist heron is still here. he still doesn't give a crud about human rules. There's an anarchist beaver there too. Yeah, I've learned my lesson about sticking my head in caves in the middle of nowhere. I was reading some of the pamphlets on what to do if the bear is aggressive. The thing it said was, don't toss it food. This will create future problems. I'm pretty sure if you're being mauled by a bear, you're not going to be concerned about causing future problems. I'm not an expert on bears, but I'm pretty sure that if a bear attacked me and I had a banana in my hand, I would throw the banana. I'm just kidding. I don't want to read in the newspaper that somebody threw a bear at a banana and got murdered. Throw a banana at a bear and got and got murdered. Don't throw a bear at a banana. That won't. Do we have bananas? So it started raining at the campsite, and they actually closed the whole lake with electric storm warnings. They told everybody to take shelter. So I was like, screw that, I'm gonna go look for Flint at the creek. So we're at the creek. I could see it from here.
How about this thing? Is that limestone?
Limestone. Right, I remember it was just like this here.
Yeah, just in the cobbles.
Yeah.
Some. Have you tried did you crack into this?
No, I'll try it. Need a hammerstone though.
Hammerstone. Hammerstone. Little guy? There you go. There you go.
This is like concrete. I
Is
can
it?
feel it's like concrete.
How do you know where to approach, like, to get in?
Look for something that's hanging off and see if we could knock that off. I don't think I'm going to be able to on this because it's just.
It looks very dense.
I mean, it's concrete. Let's split the hammerstone. Look what it's doing to it. Hold it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Not worth it? No.
It's just such a small vein going through it. The rest of the rock is impossible. So in this big rock here, the light gray is limestone. You can see those little nodules sticking out, the shiny ones. That's flint. So there's two veins in that limestone. One is darker, it's very weathered, and the other one is actually not good flint at all. The lighter, dull color, it's very dull. See how the black is shinier than the gray? The black is better than the gray. If you see the really dull flint, it's not so great. So on my previous flint trip, this is one of the first places I stopped where I found the Esopus. And one of the things I wanted to say about this is if you revisit a place like a creek or a river or anywhere that's moving water, it's constantly turning over rocks and moving things downstream, so it's always going to be different every time you come back. So it's just always worth wherever you're at, if you see some in a river, keep checking back. More gets brought downstream and rolled over, and it's always changing. So. It'd be harder to see with this mud on top of everything.
Yeah.
So I was hoping to find some stuff here. I mean, I found a little bit small, and the lightning's starting to come in, so I'm gonna get out of here. See how long the storm lasts. Maybe we could get back out today for a little bit. But I'm not seeing a whole lot here. I mean, it's really tiny to begin with. There's the rain. Look at that cloud. So the weather can't really decide what the heck it's doing. So I brought my rod down here. I'm in a different creek. It's gonna just try fishing a little bit. Maybe look for some stuff along here. Got one, got one. Got fish. It's a little guy. What is it? Little smallmouth? Okay.
This chart over here. Yes. And this.
Okay.
Not sure. There's more. Huh. So that's some. There's some. There's some.
It's nice out even though it's drizzling.
And the rain is back. Here it comes. It's just tumbling out into this riverbed. Here comes two more.
Out of the wall here.
Yeah. I don't know if I can get up there. it comes.
Pretty big. Let's take that piece. You okay up there?
I'm good.
Can you get down? You good?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Show off your prize. Looks pretty good. Looks good to me.
Yeah, I knew this one was supposed to be a good one.
Good job, Leah. Look at that. Look at that. That's flint. Not sure what kind of flint. Huh. Cool. Good job. You did it.
I'm a mess.
Yep, that's flint.
Seems pretty hard.
It's tough flint, but it's flint.
Found a good
piece.
few pieces, I think.
That's also flint. This is definitely flint. I'm not going to test that. Yep, flint.
Oh wow. I mean, it's got some damage in there, but
Yeah. Take that. So we'll take these then. These two are a no-go. Look at that. Still haven't started the flint trip yet.
caught 2 fish.
Yeah.
Caught some flint.
Try a little more.
While he's fishing, I'm gonna keep looking. It's like a treasure hunt. It's gonna be hard to see anything because it's all covered in mud. Can't tell if it's limestone. So that was not a chert, but this looks like it might be. Let's take a look. Looks cherty. It's pretty smooth. It's a big old maybe. Probably. I'm looking. Not really seeing too many things. A lot of limestone. That's about it. It's a really pretty creek bed though. So, I'm gonna go a little bit further, and if I see anything good, I'll let you know. Man, it is peaceful here. So how you doing?
Got a few more little nibbles, but nothing's really biting anymore. Really pretty though. Sun came out. What kind is that? Same kind? Did you test it?
No. That is for you to test.
Okay. I'll test it. Test this piece Leah found. I do not know. It looks like the other stuff, but it's hard to tell when it's this color. Flint. Black flint. Look at that. Leah found awesome flint. Good job, Leah.
Alright.
Oh man, look at that.
It's a good flake.
It's a little knife. Cool.
It's so pretty here.
I'll put this in with the others. Look at that though, jeez. What is this? It smells like mud.
There you go. There's even a rainbow here with a bird flying past it. I really love this place. Wow. My hook got snagged. I lost it, so I'm going to head out of here, but we found one more piece of chert here. Let's see. I'll show you. Come on. Wow. It's definitely chert. It's just tough. There we go. Cool. All right, heading out. So, still not on the Flint trip, but I got like a giant bag of Flint. Okay, head to the car. So I was looking around, well, I guess because I was distracted because I was fishing, but I wasn't seeing any Flint, and then all of a sudden you're like, it's in the wall! And you're up on the wall, like a monkey, kicking the thing and digging it with a stick, and then you throw this giant chunk of pure black chert Flint at me. And I'm like, what?
So what are you reading?
I think this is the book where Dennis Stanford butchered the elephant with stone tools. Not sure yet though, but I think it is.
Is that where they were trying to test out the stone tools to see how they worked on mammoth?
Mm-hmm. Yep, they were using an elephant instead of a mammoth. So I'm looking in this book here, and it's showing end scrapers, which are, they were used to scrape wood, bone, and hides. Now I used in my chipmunk skinning video, to turn a chipmunk into a fur. I used a small one on the chipmunk too, to scrape the fat off and to make sure that there's nothing that will rot on the skin before you tan it. I've not made one of these on camera yet. I would like to film making an end scraper. You know, usually I do the arrowheads and the spear points, but I would like to get into the other stone tools and the other primitive technologies that was used by people for 12,000, 13,000 years.
So you mentioned experimental archaeology, which is what they were doing when they cut up the elephant using stone tools.
Mm-hmm.
And why would they do that?
When you do an experimental archaeology, you're experimenting and trying to find out what these, because when you find these tools, all that you find is the stone. You don't find what was connected to the stone. You don't find, most of the time, especially in the Northeast, you don't find what the stone was used on. So in experimental archaeology, you're trying to figure out how the stone tool was used in history. So I know an archaeologist who does use-wear analysis, and if you look on here, you see these edges here that are napped, they are flaked. You'd say, so they took an antler and touched that all up to sharpen it. Now the use-wear analysis shows where it was used and dulled. Like how when I use my stone knives on video, they get dull. You could see where it dulled on the tool, and that helps determine like what it was used for. You could tell if it was used on bone or wood or on meat, because a meat or a hide will polish the edge, whereas a bone will crush the edge really bad. and the wood will just add more chipping and dull it. So I think since I found such a small piece of flint at the creek before, that maybe I will show how to make an end scraper. It'll look like that. So stick around after we're done eating, and I'm gonna go fishing a little bit. I'm gonna drag her down to the lake. I gotta go to the lake. After that, I think I'm gonna make one of these. It's an end scraper. Now, on archaeological sites, especially Paleo-Indians, these were really abundant, and they really needed these to work, to shape their tools, to make their clothes and their hides, like heavy jackets and whatever they needed to survive the Ice Age, was super important. It's like a multi-tool. So I'm going to show you how to make that, I think. So stick around. After I fish, I'm going to show you how to make a scraper. That's good. Okay. Fishing. I'm going to just try to fish for a little bit and take it easy. See if I catch anything. So one of the things about this lake is it's crystal clear. The other thing about this is when the sun is above, just coming straight down, this water is bright blue. Looked like somebody photoshopped a ridiculous colored blue on the lake. She's recording underwater shots. It's a rainbow trap down there apparently. I'm not getting any bites, surprisingly, but I'm enjoying it. She's pretty far out and it's shallow, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll get something.
That was awesome. Check out the sunset.
Not even a nibble. At camp, and I'm having some poke chunky salsa. Poke chunky salsa. Learned this from Les Stroud. It'll take a minute to ignite. Check out that chip. Looks like it burned for a while. They're good fire starters.
Is that because of the oil?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. So we ran out of light. We were fishing for quite a while, trying to catch something, but no good. But I'm glad I'm here. It's always really peaceful here. I was not expecting to see flint and chert all over the place up here. Just random places I stopped. And it's actually pretty good stuff. But with that, I'm going to use some of that chert to make the end scraper, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. We ran out of light. When we got to the campfire here, when we got it all set up and going, there was a bunch of coyotes back in the woods screaming, and the frogs started singing in the swamp right out over there. Before I heard a bunch of splashing in the water too. It's weird, really great there. Sound like a deer running through the water or something.
Might be the anarchist beaver.
Maybe. Doubtful. The anarchist deer swims with the beaver. Last time I was here, I really felt really special about this place. I was really enjoying myself and felt really happy. And then I got sick on the last day I was here and had to go to the hospital and all that stuff. That's in older videos. But I'm really glad to be back here and feeling pretty good this time. Something about that water out there, I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of lakes around me at home, and I don't sit and stare at them like I do here. There's all kinds of bunnies running around, and I think they're called pine squirrels. One threw a crab apple at me before out of that tree. It bounced off my shoulder and landed on the ground. And then he screamed like he was really angry. It was really strange. It's a different kind of squirrel. They look different. They make all different kinds of sounds, and they carry giant pine cones in their mouths. It looks ridiculous. Yeah.
What was that?
It's okay, we're safe. Don't even have to throw it at the bear. Just runs away, sees the banana, runs. Shake a banana at a bear.
Just don't throw a bear at a banana.
Don't throw a bear at a banana.
But throw a
Don't
banana.
do shit. Throw the banana at the bear, it might still eat you. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Sleep. So I didn't have the tent cover on, and it started raining, and it hit me right on the back of my neck and my back while I was sleeping, and it freaked me out. That was freezing cold rain. So I started yelling to Leah, "Get the thing! Get the thing!" And she just started freaking out and screaming. She went, "Ah! What? Ah!" Like that. But I think I yelled pretty loud. Okay, I'm going back to sleep. Good night. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm fishing stuff. I'm gonna try to catch something before Leah wakes up. I like getting up early because there's usually absolutely nobody at the water. Hopefully I'll get something. A little bit wavy today. No, still no luck in here. Guess I'll try there's a creek around the corner behind me. And then there's another pond over there that I'm gonna try. I think I would catch anything. Check this guy out. Man, there he is.
swim back. That's pretty cool. I caught him right in here on that bridge. Cool. First fish. Tiny guy. First fish. Yeah. That was kind of small. I've never caught one of those before. I think it was a rock bass. I'm gonna try some more later. Almost back at the campsite. Ah, man, this place is wonderful. 360. Whoa. Dizzy now. So last night, I talked about making an end scraper today. So I'm going to show you how I do that. If you're into primitive technology, primitive skill, you're definitely going to want to know how to make one of these. One of the things you want is a pretty thick piece of flint, because your end scraper has to be a very thick flake with steep edges. So I got this yesterday while I was looking around for flint. And this is a good piece because how flat this is, it'll make it easier. If I hit in right here, I should be able to get this whole flake off. So what you want to do is support this really strong, squeeze, and you find a ledge that's going to provide a very steep, thick flake. What I'm going to have to do is just break off these corners, and it should be about that wide. Try to be very gentle. Just to shape the back end. So what I was just doing was shaping the bottom end, because the back end is usually thin and then with that steep ridge at the top. Now if you compare here, it's getting pretty close. So I'm just thinning this a little. I'm gonna use a indirect method. Alright, so now we got the basic shape. Take an antler, and push in, and flake down. How I pop the flake off there. And then they would do the next one. All the way across. Where I put those flakes across is a flat edge. And that's what you want. Now it's sharp. So we took this flake off here. You could see where it met up. And that's kind of the angle you're looking for when you make these. When it peels up like that, you have that working edge for the hide scraping. You could use it on wood, you could use it on bone, you could use it on hides. These were one of the most important pieces of a Paleo-Indian toolkit from 12,000, 11,000 years ago. You might think it looks very unassuming and small, but this is one of their most important tools. This is how they kept themselves warm. This is how they made their clothes. This is how they shaped their tools. And this is called a end scraper. So thanks for sticking around, watching us create this primitive survival tool. We'll be making more stuff like this and demonstrating how it works and why it works. And stick around. In this video, I'm going to show you how I found beautiful, gorgeous white flint for flint knapping. I got a tip that there was some flint here, but we saw a little bit on the way in, but I'm not seeing too much. I see a little bit right here, a tiny bit, but it's very, very damaged. Let's test it. I don't know what kind this is. I guess that's more of it then. That's good stuff. Cool. I don't really know what I'm looking for here. Need a hammerstone. That's quartzite. Purple quartzite. Little agatized rock.
Crystals.
Crystals. Just a few of these. Limestone. Nice. White and black. Wow. That's interesting. Oh, let's see. This one. Same thing. Take a piece. Might need the mini sledge for this one. This is definitely it though, you can see it there. I don't want to ruin the rock. It smells like gunpowder. There you go.
Oh, that's nice.
This is it. So another type of flint. Limestone. This is limestone.
Oh, it's pretty nice.
High quality limestone. So I've said this in other videos. If you get a high quality limestone like that, you can nap it. Especially if you need to skin something. This is super sharp. You just use it like that. You don't even have to make a blade out of it. I can see that's limestone already. So no chert in there. Got a lot to look at here. And judging by how this other stuff looks, it's got a very blue tint to it. Mottled blue, gray, black. So this is what I'll be looking for. So this, as far as I know, is not Onondaga. It's more of like an Esopus. I don't know how to pronounce it. This stuff will work just as good. And this is a huge freaking score for me.
That's a knife by itself. I could make that into a nice knife. Limestone. Limestone, limestone, limestone. Super, super high quality stuff though. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm not seeing too much here. Besides the limestone and the slate. Limestone. Alright, so we got one decent piece of some kind of flint. That's not what I'm looking for, but it's still pretty awesome. So I'm gonna head out and keep looking. Look along the way. Go check out a campsite in a national forest, and I'll show you what some of this drive looks like. It's pretty amazing. Right there.
Blueberries. They're delicious. Oh my gosh.
So what's strange to me is there's like brand new buildings like this, or you know, just like restaurants and subways and all these, and then all of a sudden you got like a super like 200-year-old inn right next to a mobile station, and it's just a little strange to me, especially with the landscape. I'm not used to this landscape. I'm not used to these kind of trees being around everywhere. And just being in these like strange valleys with ponds, that's Turtle Pond, with mountains surrounding. Like there's mountains out there all the way back behind these trees. And it just goes from what looks like an extreme touristy area to this, like within a second as I'm driving, and that just keeps happening over and over again. And then all of a sudden it says Moose Crossing. So, like here is a moose area.
Here's the moose.
And like right there was a mobile station, and here's a moose. That's a little strange to me. I think I'm gonna go back into the woods in a little bit. It's the same stuff.
Is that a good piece?
It's not too great compared to that other piece we just found. No, that's more chalky and shale-like.
Kind of like limestone, a
Yeah.
little bit.
Tiny bit. Yeah. This might not be it.
Maybe basalt. Jeez.
No, that's not it.
Is it basalt?
It might be basalt. An outcrop of the black chert next to the shale. And this is very high quality stuff. It's very smooth. Cool. I was wondering if there was outcrops or if it was just cobbles here, but there's an outcrop. Smack the rock. So it's in between the layers of shale. This is shale. It'll just break like that. And then right here is the chert. It's very shiny, very smooth, very black. And I don't want to crack this piece, but you could see that this came from this outcrop. This fell away.
Here looks like a really good piece.
So getting into some different colors here. There's mottled green and black. There's gray. That's green and black. Right by your foot here is gray. This is also gray. Variety of colors here.
It's like really green.
That piece fell off of this block, it looks like, along with this big piece.
And that's not just the cortex, right?
No, look down the side. It kind of looks like slate. Knock a flake off. And chert. It's damaged, but it's definitely chert. That's pretty high quality there. Beluga whales, American Atlantic cod, harbor seals, and blue mussels. There's still Atlantic salmon, rainbow smelt, that show it was once an arm of the Atlantic Ocean. That is awesome. We'll see, I really like this river though, it's amazing. So this is the cobble. I just knocked the flake off for you. If it is Norman scale, it's incredibly pure stuff. It's kind of black-gray. And it comes in big boulders like this, big cobbles. Getting some chert from right down in this creek. Man, this feels really special. Oh, nice.
Usable arrowhead, definitely will work.
So, people are wondering how I find flint and chert. Usually what I do is I look at like Google Earth or Google Maps, and I look for areas with like a big rocky shore along the waterways. And I just walk down and explore. So this has all been super eroded here. We lost about 3 feet, 2 feet out into the river. You can see it cut all the way up to here. And in that original video of this location, you could see that this was fairly flat to walk on here. So a lot of erosion here.
Look at the far shore over there.
Yeah, you can see it out over there too. So that needs testing. See that? That's flint. That's flint. Last time I had my mini sledge. So there's just little bits of chert in a huge block of limestone. You can see it's limestone here. So there's little bits. So that is not good for flint knapping.
Good for flint and steel, maybe?
If you could get to it, good for flint and steel. You'd need a hammer or a better hammer stone. This looks like maybe a little tiny bit surrounded by limestone. Test it. Smells like gunpowder.
Like flint?
Yeah. It's very low quality flint. It's not Onondaga. So, for everyone who found that first How to Find Flint video, this is where I found the Onondaga. Onondaga, that's how I used to say it. Onondaga. So I really want to find a source of that stuff, the smelly stuff. So I'm going to look around here a little bit more and then follow the creeks and rivers around this whole area. So come and take a look with me. Watch out, it's slippery. Sledge. Slip that. Alright, I'm gonna sink. Okay. There's little Toys R Us teddy bear paws. No, it's like little monkey. I don't know what that is. Squirrel? It looks like little hands. Flint right here running through the limestone and the back. So I'm going to take this piece off. Not Onondaga. Good for flint and steel, not much else. And this big block is more of the freeze damaged chert. I could see a line here. See how damaged that is? You cannot use something like this for flint knapping, but you can use it for flint and steel fire starting. Let's see how it looks anyway. You smell it. It's not Onondaga. See how it just chunks and crumbles like that? But for flint knapping, you want it to run in a smooth flake. It can't crack and crumble like this.
Looks like it's in limestone too.
This is a lighter gray color. Shock absorber. No. See this? Hit here.
Oh, yeah.
Little bit in there.
Chunks off in blocks.
Mm-hmm. More of that crumbly chert.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So that looks like a mix?
It's a mix. Let's see. Limestone chert mix.
Limestone and chert?
Yep. Yep. Limestone.
Oh.
It's mostly limestone. But it's cherty limestone, so you can knap that.
Sploosh.
So to explain what happened with that big rock, I saw a seam going through the rock, a line of different material, very thin, and if you hit along those lines, it'll split the whole rock. If you find where the line goes through in the rock and you hit it at the right location, it will split the rock like what you just saw happen. Look at that.
Oh wow.
That's Onondaga.
Really?
Yeah. See the white speckles in the black? Yep.
Can I smell it?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Alright, what do we got?
So we hit here. Extremely high quality flint.
Ooh.
And this is Onondaga chert.
Yeah, can I see that shine? Open it up again?
Yep.
Let's see if I can get that, like, can you like tilt it? It's like a little bit of a shimmer. Ooh, there we go.
But the oil smell wears off real quick. That's disappointing. I really like the oil smell.
It's weird.
So I'll take this, make a little tiny arrowhead out of it again. This is almost the same stuff as this material.
It does look similar.
We'll head up this way. If this is where the Onondaga is, it's not washing in from down there. So it's not coming in from down there and then washing up here if there's a water source flowing out this way. It's coming from up there. 100% coming from up there, the smelly stuff. Alright, so I found, again, at this spot, tiny things. Things that you can't really use for flint knapping, things you can use for flint and steel. But I'm more interested in the flint knapping at the moment. And I'm not really seeing too much big that I could use here. It's all tiny stuff. But it is coming from that way. So I'm going to head up that way, follow that river, and see if there's anything washing out along the way. But as for here, not too much to be found. So, let's go. But again, I found another tiniest piece of Onondaga ever. It is what I'm looking for, but it's so small, man. Come on. Give me more than that. Come on, I've been trying for so long. Alright, let's go. I am hopeful. Maybe we'll find it this time. Always finding more underwears than chert. Why is there so much underwears? What the heck? Alright, so I just always assume this is a pure chunk of limestone from that color. You can see it's a different color when it's wet. But I always see this and I never test it. So I'm going to test it because I don't know. Oh! That is flint! What the heck?
Are you serious?
That is flint.
So we need to reevaluate this entire
What the heck?
Are you serious?
That's flint.
Did you just have a feeling
I
about
just
that?
had a feeling, yep. Just because I saw that color change.
That's funny.
That is flint.
That's usually what the
What is
straight
this?
limestone looks like. Is that the
Here's more. This is weird looking. Alright. That's amazing. What the heck? Yeah. Look at that.
what?
That's chert.
Are you kidding me?
Look at that. What the heck?
Oh my gosh.
It's not pure. This piece is not pure.
So, try this. Oh my gosh, this might be chert. Are you, dude?
What the heck, man?
Either that or it's what? It's just super, super high quality limestone?
I don't know. Don't know. That's chert.
What the?
That's chert.
Are you, dude?
Okay, so what the heck is this?
Okay, so we need to completely reevaluate. Look, there's that. There's that. Dude, I thought it was just limestone.
There is some impurities in it. But that's pretty freaking high quality. What the?
What?
So, not the smelly stuff, but high quality stuff.
Yeah, what do you call this?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a gray-white chert. Don't know. What the heck?
I know, oh my god.
That
Oh
is,
my gosh.
this is the highest quality chert I've found. So I'm looking for the blue and black stuff. I'm just completely rock blind to the fact that there's huge blocks of chert freaking everywhere here. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Well, I was not expecting that. I was on my way out. And I was like, let me test one more. What the heck? Okay, so I gotta make some notes. So you want to find areas that have public access and that you are allowed to collect from. You got to make sure. You got to double check. And always be careful of that. You get in deep trouble if you trespass. Be careful. So there are posted signs all up and down this creek. And I found one spot that looked like a public fishing spot. And there's just not a lot of access. I know there's flint in this creek, but if I contact the owners on the posted signs, if I contact them, I might be able to get permission to go and look, but that isn't going to happen this trip. So I'll head over to the public area and see what's around there, I guess. So this white chert that I found, as compared to the black chert, the white chert needs good platforms to flake. If you just hit it like how I usually do, blowing through the piece, it's gonna crumble and you're not gonna have a good finished product. If you take the time to make good platforms and all, then you should be able to come up with a good point or a good knife or a good arrowhead. So each type of stone, in my experience, requires different techniques, especially if you're trying to really thin it. But I'll get more into that in future videos, future lithic demonstrations. I'm just glancing over this area here, and I'm not really seeing anything that looks like chert or limestone. So I'm not going to waste my time at this spot, but it's really beautiful. I followed a creek to a barbecue. I'm going to have some lunch. She's got the food and the drink. BBQ. So I got one of these little fire starter things. I don't know what they're called, but you rip it up into a pile. Then I'm going to use my wazoo necklace, ferro rod, piece of ceramic. Pull this back, you scrape that along there to make a spark. I've not tried this specific stuff yet, so we'll see. I followed the creek quite a ways, so I might be past the actual flint source. But some of this stuff looks promising. Let's see, I'll test it. Alright. That is some different kind of flint, high quality. Very shiny. Totally different kind of flint here. Crazy. Okay. then there's another flint line right there. And you can see it right there. It's not the best stuff. Interesting rock though. Right here is a line of flint. More of that. This actually looks like... Yeah. I will take that piece. That's a good piece. That's probably a good piece right next to it. I'll take those. These are perfect for spear points and small knives. These will work great. Yeah, that's nice. It seems brittle. We'll see. It has a crack in it right here, so get rid of that. Like that. That's good material. Don't quite know what to call it. Somebody said blue chalcedony. Don't know if that's what it is or not. Flakes don't want to run as well as I thought they would. Width here. Chunked out. So it's got an issue in there. Alright. So coming from the other side. Yeah, it's not so pure on the other side. Alright. Try to get rid of it. From this side, right here, looks like it worked. Alright. This stuff, once you get past the crystally stuff, it's super pure. Look at that. Keep those flakes for arrowheads. There we go. Getting there. Look at that. Alright, it does have a crack going through the center. I don't think it's too much. It's not too deep. Just trying to be careful. Got a decent looking knife blade here. Being super careful because I don't know this material. Don't know if anybody does. And have no experience in this whatsoever. As a lot of you know, rocks work very differently. So, just doing what I can here. It's given me some really good flakes, really nice flakes too. Alright, tip. Crack did not run deep. Not at all. Base. crazy, man. It's crows, man. Alright, I gotta switch to smaller bopper. Just being careful. I don't know what this stuff is, man. I looked as much as I could in a given day. Still haven't found anything on it. It's still really, really cold. Damn, man. So I'm being extra careful because it's cold. And when you're napping when it's cold, more likely to break. Just gotta be careful. Okay. So this side has a ton of crystally stuff in it, which is not napping as good as the other side. So, let me try to get rid of some of that. Man, it's like really cooperating. I'm trying to thin right here just a tiny bit. I don't want to push my luck too far because, like I said, I don't know this material. And this is all I have of something this big. Okay. Thin that. This side doesn't want to go. So this side is not flaking, which is what I was afraid of, and that is common with creek rock. Let's see what I could do right at the base here. Be careful not to break it. I gotta try to thin this little piece. Got it. Another one. Got it. I'm not gonna mess with that last one. Well, got it. Okay. Tip looks screwy. Tip looks screwy, so I'm just gonna indirect that right there. I'm not gonna do too much indirect on this. All right. Loose antler. Let's see what I could do. See how this works. Not so great. That's a little better. Yeah, that's working better. Okay. See the flakes? This is taken off. It shot all the way across. I lost half the flake there. Look at that. So it's working pretty good. It's just sketchy. This tip is not good. It's all crystally at the tip. Alright. I'll just try to fix up this few little spots here. I do not know what to even begin to call this stuff. Sydney might be right. Try to take off this little thing here. Don't want to mess with it too much because don't want to snap it in half. Alright. Got rid of it from that angle. Alright, so I'm going to take off probably about that much, because that's all not cooperative material there. So, I don't know, man, maybe I could keep it on. I don't think I should. It's not going to be sharp like the rest of it. I kind of want the tip of your knife to be sharp. There we go. Got rid of it. Okay. Okay. This is shaping up really nice. Hitting my freaking fingernail. Okay, enough of indirect. Nice blade, man. Very nice. Alright. Straighten it up a little bit. Straighten up the edges. Yeah, I like this stuff. I'm gonna have to get more of this. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Found it myself, and I don't have too much of it. And I don't really want to risk breaking something like this. Alright. This crystal stuff is a lot of limestone in here too. Don't wanna fuss with it too much. Does not need to be super thin to cut, and evidence of that on certain channels that use this stuff. Survival bushcraft channels. Alright. So this is going to be the cutting edge. There. Just make the tip a little thinner. Tiny bit. Alright. This is somebody sent me this as a gift. There is one more spot up here I have to probably hit with indirect, we'll see. Yeah. Let's see if I can get this one right at the tip. It's that crystal stuff again. Alright. Got it there. Continue sharpening it up, sharpening it up. Now this thing can be thinned more. It will be thinned as I use it throughout the years. Because these things generally do last years. I still use the very first knife that I ever made. Just some gentle resharpening every now and then. Alright. There is limestone in there where I was going to put the notches in. So, it's about finished here, really. Not going to go too far with these notches because, like I said, do not really know how this material will react to things. Yeah, that is a nice knife, man. Pretty happy with that. There's some spots that I'm not too happy with. Like this whole edge right here is the crystally stuff that doesn't want to flake. But it's sharp as heck. So I'm gonna leave that. Shot a nice flake right up the middle. Easier to haft. I'm gonna try to shoot one more flake right here. I probably shouldn't do that, but I kind of have to haft it. Right there. There we go. Alright. It's a little thick right here. I'll fix that though. Nice, man. I don't know what this stuff. Rock from New York. Blue-gray, crystally. Some of it is good, some of it is not.